Gentlemen, first of all, if you have not seen Bill's amazing review of Smash Ultimate and the Smash retrospective, do that right now. It's the best. It's the best on YouTube.
William did what now?
We were thinking about Smash Brothers. If they have DLC characters coming out for this thing, so we decided to do something a little fun. What are the top 10 characters we would like to see in Super Smash Ultimate that haven't been announced yet?
Well, we know Piranha Plant is on the way.
So, yeah. But
and we know Joker is on the way, which means that, like I said in the video, we are not strictly stuck with Nintendo brand iconic characters. We can literally go across the board and grab iconic characters from all over the gaming universe, going as far back as NES. And the
possibilities are endless.
Yeah, pretty much. But I also tend to think okay, what characters can they get within reason, and how functionable can they be in the game? And I did think of quite a few characters.
You guys go first. Go ahead.
Okay, one character that I would like to see is, we got Sonic the Hedgehog. So Sega is a brand that clearly is willing to work with Nintendo, since Sonic's been in like 3 of them since Brawl. So, can we get another iconic Sega character, such as Knights from Nights into Dreams?
Okay.
Because I think Knights is an iconic character that even if people haven't played his games, people definitely recognize the character. Because when the Sega Saturn came out, Knights was huge. In fact, Knights was the official mascot, pretty much, for the Sega Saturn. He was part of the Christmas lineup, the commercial advertisements. His game was a huge hit. He really tried to promote the whole 3D and flying thing, which at the time was fresh and brand new. So Knights really did become an icon overnight. And he has stuck in the mind as he's not one of those failed mascots, like Awesome Possum and like Arrow the Acrobat. Sorry, Arrow fans. Or hell, even like Rocket Knight, unfortunately. Like, Knights is one of those classic Sega icons that you definitely recognize him. If he flies and he's purple, you definitely know of him. You haven't played his games maybe, but you definitely know him. And he got what I thought was a really good sequel in 2007 for the Wii. And in that version, he got a lot of really cool new powers and attacks. And it's
another review you'll never do.
Yeah, maybe. And I think he would be a really cool character for Smash.
How about you, George?
Your turn, George.
What kind of characters would you like to see?
Yeah. Well, see, I made a whole list because we were talking like top 10. But of my list, the one that I would actually like to see the most is Chrono from Chrono Trigger.
Okay.
Very much a staple of like the Super Nintendo days, and I think he would have a very good moveset. He'd be pretty recognizable as one of the biggest RPGs of all time. I would definitely like to see Chrono.
Are there any functional uses you can think of as to what he would serve to Smash? Like, what do you think his over smash would be, or what do you think like his attacks would be? I
would think almost exclusively you would take from the moveset of the game. So. Like, one of the attacks that he has is like his ultimate attack, which is very much like an area of effect kind of explosion around him. I think that would be one that he would easily use. A whole lot of sword arts that he could use, which would be more like the over smash ones.
Interestingly, do you think, like, since Chrono is designed by like Akira Toriyama, like that whole Dragon Ball Z design, like, would that be a problem? Like,
I don't see why it would.
In fact, honestly, if they did that and they saw an Akira Toriyama character that made it into Smash, the Goku fans would not shut up.
They won't shut up now, so it won't really be any different.
But yeah, going back to Knight, his attacks could definitely be the Paraloop, turning into the Rocket, turning into the Giant Serpent, the Dolphin for attacks. So yeah, Knights has definitely got plenty of attacks in his arsenal to be a useful character. Or at the very least, a summon. Your turn?
I got a few. Well, first off, I can't believe this hasn't been mentioned. One is classic Lara Croft.
Yeah, well, that was one of my choices.
Yeah, I think Lara Croft should be in a fighting game. It's beyond overdue. I think she has a number of attacks that she can use, different guns and grenades. Her
smash can be the rocket launcher from the third game.
Yeah, she can have a lot of fun with it. Let's see. She can summon Set, and Set can drag you down to hell. I don't know.
Oh, actually, no. Set would be one of those little trophy summons that like appear in as a stage hazard.
Yes.
All right, so okay. All right, so yeah, classic Lara Croft. Her regular attacks would be like her B smash up would be her 2 pistols, and I imagine like Star Fox, you can just shoot from a distance and rack up the damage. Like, of course, all of her smashes would be like variations of the weapons that she had, like Desert Eagle, MP5, grenade launcher, and. But what about her level? What would her level be? Because we know the Belmonts, they got like the final room of Dracula's castle where all of the Castlevania bosses like to show up, like the wolf, Frankenstein's monster,
wow.
Dracula. Like,
there's so many to choose from. Oh, well, I probably maybe Jacqueline Natla's pyramid. So you can have appearance by the half torso monster who shows up.
Okay, yeah, maybe you'd have a
maybe Jacqueline Natla could be like Dracula. She can show up and be like a boss character.
Maybe. And or better one, I got a better one. Like, what if the Tyrannosaurus was the boss?
That's another good one.
Like, it could just show up in the background and start wrecking
so
stuff.
much you can do with her.
Or you could have Set show up and be the boss. So yeah, it would be a really cool level for Lara Croft. And of course, one of her alternate costumes could be like the new 2013 and onward Lara, just for the fans of that one.
Yes. That's still my turn.
Okay.
You mentioned it before. I think he actually would be a nice character. Sparkster.
Sparkster the Rocket Knight. I would like him, but unfortunately, I do think he is that niche character with a cult status.
Would be awesome. It is one of the best soundtracks in video game retro history that people don't talk about.
Yeah, like Rocket Knight Adventures 1 and Sparkster the sequel.
Yes, absolutely.
Really good soundtracks.
I know she's in there as a spirit, but I think she would work great as a character, a playable character in that Shantae. I think she has a lot that she can add. She has her whip hair, she has her magic, she has her transformations. And it was a character that was really pushed very hard to get to be a part of the game. Unfortunately, she came up a little short, but at least she's in it as a spirit, so I guess I still think she would be a fun playable character.
Well, Risky Boots is in the game as a spirit, too.
Yeah.
Your turn, George.
Let me see. Well, we were talking about one other character, which I'm sure you're going to mention a little bit, which caused me to think that like Disney and Final Fantasy type characters would both be coming into the mix, which that may have already given away which character you were mentioning. But I was thinking like Scrooge McDuck from DuckTales. I actually I think he'd be perfect.
I can tell you one thing. His level would be awesome because it would transition from the money vault to like his house.
That would be great. That's a good one. I like that one a lot.
Like Scrooge McDuck. His jump attacks would be hilarious. Just like, actually, he'd be a bullshit character because if somebody's like over the edge and they're trying to like climb back up onto the stage to avoid dying, you could have like Scrooge jump on their head with the cane and like force them down into the pit. He'd be a bullshit character. People would ban.
His ass is banned.
Like his forward smash could be like using his cane to like golf club something to fly at the enemy, just like a random in-game item or something. I'm sure like his regular smash should be like one of his guns, I guess. But yeah, I can see Scrooge kind of being a little BS.
Now, this is a game I haven't played, but I've heard a lot about it. It's one of those titles that are from the Wii, and I think the Wii needs a little bit of love. How about Travis Touchdown?
From No More Heroes.
Yeah, that was a Wii game.
Yeah, and it got re-released on like other consoles as well later on. Mm-hmm. Travis Touchdown. Why stop there? Why not go with what's his name from Mad World?
I was thinking the same thing too.
Let's get sick. Like Travis Touchdown, interesting. I don't know. Like, not a bad choice, but certainly I don't think I don't know. I think his popularity has kind of been a little. I think his 15 minutes are up.
Yeah. Another one I would love to see, Goomba. That would be awesome.
Actually, I wanted it to be the Goomba, but here's the thing. It wouldn't just be a Goomba. I would call it specifically First Goomba.
Yeah.
The first Goomba that you have ever seen in a Super Mario Brothers game. The one that has probably killed every single Mario player at least once.
Right. Your first enemy.
Yeah, the very first enemy you ever got to see when you first bought an NES. It would be that first Goomba.
Yes.
So those are good. There was one that I really would like to see, and that is they have the Castlevania characters in there. I would like to see Dracula as a character that you can actually play.
I mean,
or Alucard.
Or Alucard, I guess. Well, they're both in the game, so it's not like they can't repurpose their models to be used by players. Like, I honestly, George, give it time, and I'm sure hackers will find a way for these characters to be playable. Because I'm not kidding, if you look up Project M, there are characters you can play as in Project M that I'm just like, wow, that game looks like a lot better. Because you can play as like the cyborg ninja from Metal Gear Solid. I'm just like, wow, I kind of want to play Project M now.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can play as Shadow the Hedgehog. Like, wow, this is cool. I got to figure out how this game works. Mm-hmm. So yeah, another character I thought would actually be really cool, and it would make sense. The timing is right. Leon from Resident Evil 2 and 4.
Yeah, I can see that happening. I think he probably would play a lot like Lara Croft, to be honest with you.
Well, to be fair, Solid Snake is in there, and plus we have like a handful of freaking Fire Emblem characters that do play very similarly. So it's like, why not? Because Leon, he's got Resident Evil 2, the remake, which fans have been wanting for over a decade, and it's now coming out this month. So it feels like it would be, and they got Mega Man in the game, so clearly Capcom is willing to work with Nintendo and when it comes to crossing over characters. So it feels like Leon would be a really good Smash person. Plus, we've seen Chris Redfield in the Marvel vs. Capcom games, so I think it'd be cool to see Leon in the Smash games.
I agree with that. But you know what, guys? There's one other hero we're forgetting. He's a great classic hero from our retro days. He's kind of a forgotten hero. He's a hero that we've all played, but we've kind of forgotten about. And he deserves to have his moment. He deserves to come back. Just like Little Mac did from Punch-Out, he also deserves to come back and have him be in Smash. And that character?
Takashi?
Close. I was just thinking, I like that. No, the character who should back that classic hero should be the karate guy from Kung Fu.
You know what?
Yes.
You know what?
Sure.
Why not? Huh.
Damn it. Bring back the karate guy from Kung Fu.
He can't do much. But
He has 3 moves: a kick, down kick, and a kick jump.
Yeah, so he's got a punch, he's got a down kick, and a jumping kick. So, You know
For
this
Smash, he summons in all those guys who walk up and grab you, and then you die.
You know, this is really hard for us, Jane. He doesn't have much of a moveset, but you know what? I think we can make it work.
We can make it work, man. If we can make Mr. Game & Watch work, we can make the karate guy from Kung Fu work. Or the fighter guy from Kung Fu work.
Actually, like, wouldn't it be funny if, like, Dig Dug was also in it? You could get real sick with Dig Dug. Like, oh, God. He shoots that air compressor in Mario, and you see Mario get fatter and fatter, and he explodes.
Well, I think there's one more character that we haven't mentioned, but we should to end this.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
The one, the only.
Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense. The timing is great. Kingdom Hearts 3 is here. It's right around the corner. The hype around Kingdom Hearts 3 is legendary. Like, there are game companies that cannot buy the kind of press that Kingdom Hearts 3 has been getting.
Right.
Like, everybody knows about it. The anticipation for it is through the goddamn roof. It would only make too much sense for Nintendo to reach out to Square Enix once again, and just like the impossible with Cloud Strife being in Smash, get the man himself, Sora, from Kingdom Hearts 3 in Super Smash Bros. And it would be the ultimate package.
There you go.
I know who you'd play as all the time.
Yeah.
What?
I know who you'd play as all the time. You would pick Sora? Yes!
I have several mains, actually, in Smash. Like, I toggle between Mega Man, Richter Belmont, and Snake.
Good count. Good count.
All which makes sense.